prints. It just likes to catwalk and roll around. It's just like the cock of the walk. What does actually know what sashay means? You just walk like the cock of the walk. No, almost like in a bombastically. It's a really great word in a bombastic. I'm not really lesser than someone like Simon in terms of, vocabulary. I can prove it. It's my turn to prove it. 진짜요. 저는 진짜 사이먼보다 단어 모르잖아. 그럴 리가 없지. 내가 읽기만 해. Curriculum. It's really easy. Excuse me, what do you mean by that? Culprit, wrongdoer. What do you guys say that? 그냥 안 읽어서 그래요. 좀 마음이 급해요. 많이 다 해야 되거든요. Genius. Assassin. Effigy. Effigy is more like dummy representing the person. It's really like a dummy symbolizing a person. Like, having Angela Merkel, then you guys should heart this if you don't like that person. Yeah, that's a better, right? Just actually read it, please. This is auger. 이거 어떻게 알아? 땅 파는 거. How would you know that this diamond spiraling machine is auger? To crash water or even actually break ice? How do you know it? 어떻게 알아? Crescent. Crescent is a real new moon. It's really true. Or even actually something that's going up crescent. Yeah, there's nothing. Croissant. That's really the reason we have a croissant. Croissant is really the moon that's growing. And it has a two meaning. Number one, growing. Croissant is going up, and it's about moon. Why would you actually say that? Are you crazy? I mean, I'm 100% certain. I know more words than someone like Simon. I can guarantee. Varsity. It's a school. Team representing varsity. Do you remember? The president actually Obama says it's JV. ISIS was like JV. That was some, depreciation. Juvenile varsity. That's a college team. Varsity college team인데. You think I would not know college? That's interesting. Whatever happens to a tornado. In this sense, it's a torpedo, I think. Something that's powerful enough to knock you down. Tornado is a really kind of torpedo. No, it's really true. Torpedo. Something that would remove and knock you off. Tornado means, something like hurricane. That's a very powerful. But in a symbolic sense, tornado means creating such an upheaval that would actually torpedo you. Torpedo means remove you out, knock you off the track. And a political tornado, that's really kind of turbulent. You can say that twister or torpedo, fine. It can actually be a twister, something. A twister means something entangled. A tornado does not actually mean something that's been complicated. Tornado is a very powerful gush. I mean, literal sense, tornado, hurricane. But the thing is, in this sense, it's really like torpedo that could actually remove you from the proper development. The course of the proper development, that's a torpedo. It torpedoed you. I'm really fine. But people really think that I don't know many products. 어떤 단어로 사람들이 내가 모른다고 할까? toggle 이런 거 있는 건 모른다고 생각하는 것 같아. mechanics 이런 거 해볼까? Vacuum cleaner. Torque. I know. What does that mean? Torque is torsion, not torture. It's a really short, abrupt answer. Yeah, it's not torture. Fatigue. Piston? It's not pistol. Right? Piston. Cheetah. I think cheetah has highest velocity. cheetah 제일 빨라요. Heat. Evaporation of heat to gain energy as an energy source. That's a heat. 그건 알지. 옛날에 피직스에서 filter device. Friction. Yeah, I know what strain means. I'm not lying. Strain means anything constrain or restrain. I'm not lying. It's not retrospective. Since I got everything, I have to explain it. Strain means you just actually twist it. Twist by distorting it. Distorting it. What does that mean? If there is anything, you actually know what? Anything malleable. Do you have it? Anything malleable? Like, for instance, if there is anything like this, you just actually strain it, turn it around. Then turning it around causes a pressure, right? So figuratively, what does that mean? You're actually, tweaking something, which actually pressurizes it. Figuratively, you've been under a pressure. You've been actually, oh, I feel so stressed out because, it's a heavy strain on me. Yeah, or constrain, restrain, all suppress it by twisting around. You just actually everything is a constraint. Means controlled and compressed. There is a heavy power pressing you down, dragging you down. Conduction. 좀 읽고만 해도 맞지 맞아도 좋지 않아. 방금 안 읽고 4번만 읽고 했지. You know, I don't feel happy even if you get it. You only actually read the fourth choice. That would eventually get you wrong. Just consider everything. I really need you to do that. Like horsepower. Sure. Pulley, I know. What do we have with a pulley? Do you know it? Very famous block and chain system. Block and chain system. Block and chain system. Do you know it, Frederick? You know what? You were really a genius. You probably know it. Black and dagger. Black and chain. Is that true? Let me find it. Can I actually verify it? Because, you know, it's my mission to be very specific. I need to know everything. So in that way I can actually beat some other assignment. Clock and dagger. I'll just actually be a little bit calm down. I'm really asking you to, so I know it's a difficult because there is no obvious obligation. Just, you know, because, and I really want to cover as many words as possible. Because people are really doubting. If you know one thing, you forgot another. That kind of rushiness is driving me crazy. Oh, can I actually cover 10,000, 100,000 words at once? Because my relatives were always questioning. If you know one thing, you forgot another. That kind of argument drives me crazy. It's there, and I can understand it, but they would have never accepted. They had a certain bizarre idea. I don't really want to actually get an approval from them, but at least I want to actually convince my husband that's not necessarily the case. Hey, take a glance at this. If I know one thing, it could all still exist together. It has been bred in my bone. It's true. 그걸 증명하고 싶어서 너무 서두르면 망해요. 제발 나 맞추는 거 필요 없어. 맞춰도 싫어. 기분 나빠. 다 읽어야 돼. Clock and Dagger 그지? 아니야. Clock and Dagger, Block and Dagger. 다 읽고 해. 다 읽지 않으면 너가 맞아도 인정하기 싫어. 왜냐면 그건 잘못됐어. 그건 옳은 방법이 아니야. That's not something you have to do. That's not right way of solving or dealing with a question, okay? It's not right. I don't want to actually urge you to do so. Yeah, block and tackle. Block and tackle. Block and tackle. Yeah, block and chain, block and tackle. That's really poorly. And change your seat. You have to be very, very calm and tranquil. That's all I need. Just you can actually get wrong. It's really okay as long as you consider everything. I never blame you for not knowing pray. It's an easy war. But you didn't really know it. That's a fine. Oh no, don't do it. 제발요. 그렇게 하지 마세요. Please do not actually jump like a grasshopper. Fourth one. Sometimes it just really, it could actually get crazy, like mad as a hopper. It could be grasshopper, just pop on the screen, or just actually lackadaisically moves the that could cause a great vexation. That's impetus. I'll bet similar to impetus. It's this one is adjective. Impetus. He is the engine of our organization who always moves the project forward. Of course. Now you want me to write it down? For instance, RBJ is an engine of the 21st feminism movement. Inspiring so many youngsters to go forward, go beyond the picket line, to do something. She's a really firebrand. But I think she is really the most tranquil fire brain. She has such a serenity, but it still instigates many people to be on the positive side of dynamics, right? Is that one? Cogwheel is a gear. Yes, ma'am.
Conduction.
되죠? 저기요. 똑같이 쳐야 돼. 그리고 여기 나왔던 거 다 적을게요. 그다음에 뭐 있었지? friction. 스펠링 모르겠다. 여기 미리 적자. 그냥 또 뭐 있었어? 미리 적어. 아무도 안 믿는단 말이야. 뭘 보고 전도 그러고. 되게 귀찮게. 쉬운데 뭐 책 보는 거 아니거든. 또 뭐 있었지? tornado. What? tornado. torpedo. 뭐 이런 거 쉬워. 사람들 자꾸 내가 뭐 자꾸 본다 그래. 아니에요. 엘리자베스 인데 Emma fancies herself as a very talented lady. Oh, I never actually said that. Emma actually, imagines, considers herself, and not necessarily imagines, but she is fondly associated with the very thought of her talent. 이런 건 무슨 뜻이에요? Emma fancies herself as a talented lady. 이건 imagine보다도 Emma has a fondly developed predisposition or her innate talent or superiority. Fondly developed the predisposition. Something she really likes to believe in. Emma has fondly attached idea of her ingenuity, like some inclination. You actually tend to consider yourself, as a talented. You tend to. tend to think of it that way. It's not really fancy imagines. It's more like preferential, but yet a little bit wishful idea. Could it be? Exertion? 제이노 씨 많이 나오는 말인데 그다음에 어렵다. 도전. Tolerant and lenient 가장 indulgent. You can actually tolerate that, so you can actually be very craving, ravenous, or even actually indulging in because you actually tolerate something. It's not rigorous. Rigorous is wrong. Forceful. No. There's no rigor in it. Even pampering. Initiative sounds much better. Readiness. Pluck is a little bit of a mixture. If my understanding is incorrect, pluck, you had a gut to do so. So, but in a sense of gut, it's not just necessarily just simple boldness, but you had a little bit of a readiness in it. Oh, you're happy to actually, assist someone. It's a whimsical gut. That's the number one meaning. Boldness or effrontery. But there's readiness, pluck. You had a mood, inclined to do something instead of remain not doing something. The initiative sounds much better. You're just really ready to launch something. Now, briskness, I know what that means. But it's really kind of depending upon circumstance, right? Brisk is light. Light readiness. You're actually very, somewhat snappy, quick. Brisk. Oh, that person is really brisk. That means he is really, lightly moved by something. It's really to actually come out quickly. It's a little bit subjective, I think. Oh, I really think so. Hot to trot, ready to do so. That's alacrity. Oh. Hot to trot is something you're eager to do so. Hot to trot. Isn't that alacrity? Am I actually getting alacrity wrong? Ready to hot to trot. Hot on heels. Slither. It's really en français ça s'appelle lever. It's a snake rolling around. slide. It's really, normally, I see this kind of sentence very often. A snake. Slider. Just stealthily rolls around. Gallop is a galopio. Just such a whopping crazy running race. Amok. A similar race. Galopio. Auf Deutsche. Canter. Loping, vagary. Oh, so I have to say the vagary looping around. I can't do. Elope. You just run away from the scene. Lovers eloping around. I know what morph means. It's a form. Transformative. Can I actually say the canter is a lope or a vagary? Rather say. Oh, you have to be very careful. Eloping. Vagary. What does a vagary mean? Vagary roaming around. Do I have to say the gait or gambit? Gait is really like gambit, ambulatory phase, right?